meteorite is a solid piece of debris from an object, such as a comet, asteroid, or meteoroid, that originates in outer space and survives its passage through the Earth's atmosphere and impact with the Earth's surface or that of another planet. When the object enters the atmosphere, various factors like friction, pressure, and chemical interactions with the atmospheric gases cause it to heat up and radiate that energy. It then becomes a meteor and forms a fireball, also known as a shooting star. Astronomers call the brightest examples bolides. Meteorites that survive atmospheric entry and impact vary greatly in size. For geologists, a bolide is a meteorite large enough to create a crater. Pieces of natural space debris, typically rocky shards of comets or asteroids, occasionally survive their journeys through Earth's atmosphere and strike the ground, but how often does an event like this actually occur? While large impacts are fairly rare, thousands of tiny pieces of space rock, called meteorites, hit the ground each year. However, the majority of these events are unpredictable and go unnoticed, as they land in vast swathes of uninhabited forest or in the open waters of the ocean. In order to understand meteorite impacts on Earth, it is important to know where the chunks of rock come from. A study done in 1996 calculated meteorite hitting the surface of Earth based on objects in the 10 gram to 1 kilogram size range. They concluded that 18,000 to 84,000 meteorites hit the Earth's surface per year. That's an average of 50 to 230 per day. On September 5, 1908, Cowichan Valley, a region around the Cowichan River and Cowichan Lake on Vancouver Island, in British Columbia, Canada, the 14-year-old son of Angus McKinnon, experienced a startling experience and had a miraculous departure from death a Thursday morning, as it was almost reached by a stone from the space that apparently had hieroglyphic engravings on its surface. While working in his father's garden about 11:30 o'clock, a meteor about 10 inches in diameter was hurled through space and buried itself in the ground about 8 feet from where the boy was standing. The meteor could be heard from for several minutes before it struck the earth, but the lad, thinking it was a train passing, took no notice until the celestial visitor struck the earth, sending the rocks flying in every direction and causing an effect like an earthquake in that vicinity. The boy was naturally greatly alarmed at the occurrence and rushed into the house to acquaint his parents with the very strange happening. On visiting the spot, it was found that the meteor was intensely hot, and not for over half an hour could it be handled. The meteor, or whatever fell, was almost as round as marble, and the surface was deeply marked with what looked like hieroglyphs. Mr. McKinnon spent most of the time from the incident trying to interpret the meaning of the marks on the stone, and asking that if someone who has a knowledge of these things will try to help him. A month later, it was reported that the Department of Mines, Geological Survey, in Ottawa, was seeking fuller particulars than those contained in the Cowichan Leader Dispatch: the time of day, the nature of the sounds emitted by the falling body, their duration, and the direction from which they seemed to come, the depth of the hole and the nature of the soil, as well as the direction in which the earth was thrown by the impact. What happened next with the stone of space remains a mystery. It seems that it was never examined and its current location is unknown.